Hey guys, this is Nick. I'm doing the Microforge testing here. So we're going to give this thing a whirl here. So first and foremost, we're going to begin with ensuring that we have a sharp knife. Now we're going to just use this POS knife I got from a coworker. Spring assisted, nothing special. It says made in China right there. So nothing special about this knife. It is nice and sturdy though, works really well for me at work, cutting boxes and whatnot. So it's a nice everyday carry in regards to that. So we're going to do the paper test here real quick. I don't have any tomatoes, but we're going to ensure that we have a nice sharp knife and it cuts like butter. So that's the first step, first and foremost. Now reading through these instructions here, we want to ensure that we have the nice sharp knife, so that's the first step there. Now once we have that, we're going to go through these instructions right here. First one is going through and honing using the ceramic portion of it. There's two different sides, a coarse section and a smooth section. Pretty straightforward. It looks like the ceramic rod rotates inside the handle, so that way we can adjust it, so that way we can get a optimal pitch on the blade here. So pretty easy. The next we're going to pull it through the Microforge, or rather push it through the Microforge. So nothing really sticks out there. It seems like a very easy and kind of idiot-proof way of doing knife sharpening and a Microforge edge. So let's give it a whirl. Now here's our first look here at the product. So I'm going to pull it right out of the bag. Let's take a look. Let's see what we got. Use that nice sharp edge on the knife to open that guy up for us. Alright, so we got a nice ceramic honing rod here. We got a nice handle. So it obviously pulls through. There we go, there's the Microforge right there. So that's what we're going to push it through when we are all done. There's our ramp here that's set at a predetermined degree here. So that should help in regards to getting it aligned perfectly. So pretty simple instructions here. We're going to push it into the base so it's nice and firm here. We're going to start with the coarse side. So as you guys can see right there, hopefully, that is some ribs inside there, which makes it a nice coarse sharpener. So that should give us a nice sharp edge, and then we'll come back with the smooth side here. So we're going to do 10 quick strokes here. That was easy. And then we're going to rotate it over to the smooth side and follow through with that 10 strokes. And then we're going to go back and do the other side. Now the one thing I can already tell that I don't like from this is the fact that I have to sharpen with my left hand in order to do one side of the blade and my right hand to do the other side. Unlike my Work Sharp pack sharpener, or the one on my bench, or the Work Sharp Ken Onion, I can use it with my right hand, my dominant hand, and I can do both sides all at once. So that's the first thing I don't like in regards to the product so far. Otherwise, very, very simple to use. It is nice and sturdy. I could probably beat somebody with this thing and not have to worry too much about it breaking, because it seems like it's a very, very sturdy product. So far I'm pretty impressed with this. I'm probably going to give this a whirl on a couple more of my knives here, not just the pack knife here or my work knife. Try one of these on my kitchen knife as well and see how that works across steak and other vegetables, broccoli, etc., and see how the edge works as well. So the next piece here, we are going to go ahead and, after following through the ceramic portion of it, so we did 10 strokes on each side, both on the coarse side, again, got ribbed edges here, and then the smooth side. So 10 on each, so that way we can make sure that we have a nice sharp edge. we are going to go through the Microforge process. So as it states in the instructions, we're going to hang it upside down. I'm going to place it against the table so I can get a nice firm grip on it. And it says you push it through. So we are going to start with a tip. And you can hear it make a grinding kind of sound. It's actually just making the perforations on the blade. So you can actually hear that sound as it's going through the process, which makes me feel like I'm probably getting something out of it, which is pretty cool. You know, initially I'm kind of a little skeptical about it, but you know, it seems like the process can be pretty cool. So I'm really anxious to kind of see how it does work on paper, and then let alone on any of the other materials I use. Now, quick analysis of the blade here. I can see little serrations on the blade itself now, reflecting in the light. They won't show up here in the camera, I don't think, but maybe. But they're definitely very present in the light here, which that's where it gives you the bite. So when those edges wear down, you still have the valleys that are going to be able to cut through everything, keeping it internally sharp. Now, after we've done this, we've done the Microforged edge, and you just push it through the one time. You don't have to do it more than that. You're going to put the rod back in here on the smooth side, and we're just going to run it really quickly with 10 alternating strokes. So I'm going to have to go back and forth again to make sure we get the right angle. And actually, I guess we can go here. Oh, there we go. Okay. So it just takes a little bit of getting used to. And it looks like we can do both sides. So it does give me the ability to sharpen both sides. Now, I don't like the draw on the back. I don't feel like I'm having as good of a control on that, so maybe that's just going to take some getting used to. It's not a normal style that I use for sharpening my knives, so it's just probably going to have to take some getting used to, but I guess that's why they put the two angled sides here, so that way you can run it one way and you can run it the other way and not have to worry about that too much. Initially, again, like I said, the construction it feels solid, so it doesn't feel like at any time this is slipping and then I'm going to have any kind of issue whatsoever. In regards to gripping this, I got a nice rubber grip on the handle here, so even if it was wet outside and I was redoing the Microforge edge while I'm harvesting some game, I don't think I should have any problem having this slip out of my hands or working in the kitchen. It does say work sharp culinary on here, so I anticipate that they're marketing this for the kitchen. But you know, I don't feel like if I was in the middle of some pulled pork and I needed to debone it because it didn't come all the way off from getting it hot enough, that when my hands are nice and oily and greasy, that I would have any problem holding onto this as well. So nice touch there in regards to the rubber handle and the solid construction. Now we're going to come back here real quick, and I'm just going to go through the paper again and just see. And I think that it's cutting a whole lot more effortlessly, not having any kind of problem in regards to cutting right through that. It feels like it's a much sharper knife. I did a little pre-sharpening on this and a little pre-test, but it definitely is going through the paper a whole lot easier than I anticipated originally. So that's pretty cool. Again, it's fairly easy to use once you get the mechanics down of going across it and then coming back across it. Once I play with this a few more times, I think that I'm going to become pretty proficient in it now that I've realized how to actually use this tool. But I think it's going to be pretty handy. So I look forward to using this over the next few days, few weeks, and seeing how really, you know, honing this edge after I've cut some things and see how far I can push this blade. I think it's going to be pretty cool. That's me signing out. That's my initial review, so stay tuned.